Okay, this is where it starts getting a little bit stressful for me because this is expensive. I think I showed it in the last video, but this cost me 240 bucks. It is a beef tenderloin, and I am going to make at least 1 or 2 beef Wellingtons with it, and then at least 1 filet mignon, maybe more, depending on how many Wellingtons I make, and yeah, we'll figure that shit out. But yeah, this is expensive. I just finished cooking my chili. That was the chili was a success, but the camera just decided to shut off for some reason when I was making it, so my apologies for that again. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this, because this is the real prize. This is the main event. So first thing I'm gonna do is, I don't butcher this. It's already butchered, obviously, but I'm gonna like cut it up into what I'm using tonight, and then everything else I'm gonna check in the freezer. And then I'm gonna make a couple of side dishes, which are asparagus, which I've never cooked before. And then I'm gonna make mashed potatoes as well. I think the 3 of those should go well together. Yeah, so this is my first time doing this. This is actually my first time cooking steak, period. And we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. So the first thing I'm gonna do is obviously cut this out of its package. Also, apologies for the top-down lighting. Looks kind of atrocious on me, but hopefully it looks okay on the food. Also, once again, sorry I don't have a closer-up angle. My roommate is quite high right now, so I don't want to ask him to be my cameraman. I'm gonna kind of open this over the sink. Hopefully all the blood that gets out goes on the sink. I don't know if I should like pat it with a paper towel. Maybe that seems like a reasonable thing to do. It's all stressful. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, I have cut into the package. The pakeki is open, and the beef can now escape the pakeki. Shout out if you get that reference. Escape the pakeki. Escape the pakeki. All right, we are open along the top now. Yeah. Okay, oh wow, that is slimy. Slimy boy. Oh my god, it's heavy though. God damn, it's a hefty fucker. I should have ripped these out to smaller pieces. Yes, actually, it's not as wet as I thought it would be. Get all of that slimy juice off of this thing. Oh, it's not light though. Also, I took this out of the fridge about half an hour ago because people online said to do that. Okay, yeah, here we are. Here is our $240 beef tenderloin. Let me rinse my hands off here. I can tell you right now, first impressions, it smells fucking delicious. Which I don't usually get from like raw meat. I usually get that once the meat's like started cooking a little, like with the chili I made. I really like the smell of the roast, not the roast beef, the ground beef once it starts to cook a little bit. But this smells actually really good, just straight out the package. Camera is still recording, very important. So I saw a couple sources that said to remove the head, which is this kind of bit here, I believe. So I'm gonna do that. Get my knife here. Kind of slice through some of that sinewy fiber or whatever it is. Apologies if I'm doing this wrong and just fucking, people say butchering is in ruining, but I'm actually kind of butchering the meat. I'm not funny. Okay. Oh, fuck. I think I'm funny. Okay. This is, yeah, I'm going to kind of cut through this here. No clue if this is the right way to do it or not. So if anybody who actually knows what they're doing, or what I'm doing here, is looking at this and cringing, my apologies. But this seems to make sense to me. And then that's pretty much it there. You just kind of cut through that. And now I've got what I believe is the head. And then I've kind of got the rest of the thing here. And I think this is referred to as the tail, this last little bit. So what I'm going to do is chop through this as well. And then I've seen people, there's a bunch of different things you can do with it. And then I might take my filet, maybe I should have chopped the head there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, this is a little bit thinner here, so I'll chop that here. Okay. Oh my god, that looks good. Okay. So yeah, now I gotta figure out what, okay, I can already see right away that I'm only gonna have enough for one Wellington, I believe. Unless I want 2 smaller Wellingtons, which I could do, that is an option. But to kind of go like that, because this bit here is also small. So I might need to make my filet out of either this or this end here, which is smaller. Possibly. If I do that, actually, yeah, I can do 2. Ooh, do I want? Okay. If I do that there, I can kind of do 2 Wellingtons. They're going to be a little bit smaller, but that might be good. You know, I don't necessarily need a massive Wellington. So yeah, how about I do that? And I'll do that. Every cut is scary, man. This thing is expensive. Okay, I'm going to commit, make that cut there. And then I think because this is the smaller piece, right? This is kind of a proper piece here. And because they're relatively the same size, I'm going to do my filet out of this. I might actually just do this as a filet. It's a little bit unorthodox, I think. Not chopping it and having it as a flat steak, but this is actually like a very reasonable amount of meat to eat. I think. And I still have a face and I have sides and I can sear all of that and cook it. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna do that. So I don't know if this is still technically a filet mignon or not. I'm gonna call it a filet mignon because I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. But yeah, so this is what I'm gonna cook tonight, this piece here. And then this piece I'll do something else with. And then this piece I'll do something else with. And this piece, I think I'm going to make 2 beef Wellingtons out of. 2 kind of smaller, but it's not that small. It's still a decent amount. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap up all the pieces that I'm not using tonight and go and stick them in the freezer for safekeeping. I'm just thinking, maybe I should cut this big one in half. Because if I'm making 2 Wellingtons, I don't want to defrost the whole thing just to chop it in half. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Damn, and this is the one that I like properly wrapped up as well. Oh well, whatever. You live and you learn, right? Be liver king out in this bitch. Follow your, 9 or 10 ancestral tenets? Yeah. I'm chronically online. So, yeah, I'm just going to chop this thing straight down the middle, like so. Okay. And I kind of fucked up. There's a little piece. Oh, well, whatever. I'll do something with that here. Okay, now both of these are getting wrapped up, and now that I hold both of them, I actually do think that they are appropriate sizes for a... what the fuck am I saying? Appropriate sizes for a beef Wellington. Le bonbon. Le bonbon. I think that's how they do the Wellington as well. Kind of wrap it up like so. I'm going to go downstairs and put these in the freezer. I'll be right back. Now what I'm going to do is, now that I've got that all sectioned off, I have what I'm cooking here on the plate, which is... I'm going to set that aside right now, and I'm going to prep my 2 side dishes, which, like I said, are the aspergrass and the mashed potatoes. Actually, I may as well get the mashed potatoes going already, which is just boiling some water. So I'll do that now. Might be a little bit of a late bed for me, because, well, I don't have my watch on, but... the oven doesn't have the time either, because my roommate's making chicken pot pie. He's preheating the oven. I have 2 potatoes here. I don't think I need all of that. That's a lot of mashed potatoes to make. So I'll put one away. I think just this is a big fucking potato. That should be enough for me. And then the asparagus, online I saw that if you snap it with your fingers, it'll like break off at the right spot. So I guess that, really? Is that? I guess that's the right spot for them to be broken up. So I'm just going to chop up the rest. That kind of gives me an idea. So they're all roughly the same size. So I'm just going to kind of go, shoop. There we go. My cutting board is clean. So not to worry, I'm not cross-contaminating anything because I cleaned it off. And then I'll do a couple more because asparagus is fucking delicious. And yeah, I know they're probably not all exactly the same. That should be enough asparagus for me. The rest of this, maybe I'll eat it tomorrow or something. All of this can go straight in the bin. If you know, let me know if I cut off way too much. I mean, these look like a reasonable length, but let me know if I cut off the right amount, too much, too little, I don't know. Maybe I should have probably done the same thing for everyone, but fuck that, too much effort. This is fine, but that reminds me I should salt the water that I'm boiling for the mashed potatoes. Salt is always better than no salt, sometimes. I've been like, I think it was dehydrated. I was feeling really sick the other day, and I think it's because I drink too much water, and I just fucking flushed all the electrolytes out of my body, and it made me feel not so hot. It's like a mini one spreading out of the top. Kind of cool. Okay, so for this, I have a pan, or a pan. I have a fucking baking tray. I'm going to use a little bit of my roommate's olive oil. Thank you, Ben. I know I didn't ask you for it, but thanks. Just kind of do it like that, and I'll kind of toss it around in a second. And then set a bunch of salt. Season generously with salt and pepper, which I will do. And then I have my toaster oven, and I'm just going to chuck it in there for about probably 15 minutes, and that should be okay for that. It's going to get a little crazy here when I like really start multitasking, trying to get all these done at the same time. That's probably enough salt. Okay, now just going to kind of toss them all around here and try and get them all somewhat covered in this flavorful goodness. I don't go too crazy, but that seems to be reasonable there. That's kind of what we're working with. Should be good. So I'm going to go chuck that in the toaster oven, which I am setting at, let's do 400 degrees on broil. I'll just put it on for 20 minutes. Let it preheat a little bit, and then I'll stick them in. I'm basically going to be seasoning the steak with the same thing, except instead of olive oil, I'm going to use grapeseed oil, because Gordon Ramsay said to. I don't know. Steak, grapeseed oil. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, so I'm going to kind of just jumble of things that I saw. If you're like, that's a technique I've seen another YouTuber do, that's probably, I'm copying that. So I'm going to lightly coat this in oil, and then I'm going to salt and pepper quite generously, and then I'll start preheating my cast iron when I'm ready. That's going to get my, oh fuck, sorry. This is my mic. That's going to get my heart going a little bit. Stressful. So, but yeah, we'll do this now. So just a tiny bit of oil. Really doesn't need that much. That should be plenty. I think just to get that coated, we'll kind of rub it around the whole thing so it's sufficiently oily, but it's not that much oil, right? So it should be okay. I don't know why I'm keeping this piece around. It's so expensive I can't throw anything away. Okay, and now I'm gonna go kind of ham with the salt and pepper here. Use my left hand. Hopefully I don't go crazy. Okay, that might be a lot. But I saw people saying, like, just go crazy with it, so. You just kind of rub it in there and get it sufficiently coated on all sides. That should be fucking plenty. I mean, it's not a crazy amount. I've seen people use, like, larger salt grains. I'm just using the salt that I fucking have in my house, which is not super big, but I also kind of want to let the meat flavor speak for itself, but I'll do a little bit more, because, well, okay, that's a lot. Fuck. Whoops. Okay, hopefully I didn't just fuck it with salt. But people do say do it generously, so hopefully that is okay. Just make sure that's spread around the whole steak, like so. And then, I'm gonna wash my hand. I mean, people say to season generously, and I definitely season generously. Okay, now we'll hit it with the pepper. I'm not gonna bother with garlic powder on this. I know it's something that, what is it, Guga Foods, he does that. I've watched him. He likes to, salt, pepper, garlic powder is his, like, go-to thing, but sometimes he won't add garlic powder if it's, like, a really nice steak. And for me, this is a really nice steak. My mashed potato water's starting to boil as well, so I should go. Actually, I should slice up the potatoes and chuck them in there before I do anything else with the steak. So I'll probably do that. Pepper's delicious, so may as well go heavy with that. It's not as crazy as salt. You know, like, too much salt will just fuck a meal. Okay. So let me chop up this potato now into some reasonable sized pieces for boiling into mashed potatoes. I'm not going to worry about starch. I'll wash the cutting board again at the end. We'll quarter that and then chop it into smaller pieces. Okay, great. That is looking like a pretty perfect amount. I'm not going to film me dropping it in the water because I'm still over here, but trust me, I'm dropping them in the water. Kind of burnt myself doing that. Kind of fucked it, but whatever. And water goes everywhere. I'll go put the aspergrass in. Okay, asparagus is in the toaster oven. Mashed potatoes are in the water. I'm going to stir that a little bit, and then we'll be ready to put the steak on. And hopefully it's all finished relatively at the same time. But I think the steak's going to demand most of my attention once it's on. So, yeah. Also time for me to move the chili to the fridge. Okay. I think that's relatively good there. Just trying to look if there's any areas that need a little more salt and pepper. Just kind of mop that up there. Okay, great. That's looking delicious. I'm gonna preheat the pan and then I'll move the camera over there and get ready with the steak. Okay, so we had a little change of plans. I'm stressed out about the steak, so I'm gonna do the mashed potatoes first. I put the steak back in the fridge to just let it firm up just a touch before I cook it because it's been out for like 2 hours now. Mashed potatoes are looking pretty well ready. I like to leave the skin on. It's a lazy thing, and B, I just genuinely like mashed potatoes with the skin on. I think it's fucking delicious. So yeah, I think this is ready here. I'm going to empty out the water, get my masher. I'm also going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese, butter, and cream cheese in there to just kind of make it all delicious. So let's do that. Okay, so I got my mashed potatoes here. I'm gonna start mashing them up and actually turning them into real mashed potatoes as opposed to boiled potatoes. That's looking pretty good there. Now I'm gonna add some butter. Nice hunk of butter. Get it right in there. And cream cheese in a second. Oh, whoops, there goes mashed potatoes everywhere. Fuck me, no, fuck me, no. Do the cream cheese first. Get a nice scoop of that. And chuck her on in there. Just want this shit to be nice and creamy and fucking delicious. is the goal. Okay, that's looking pretty good there. Whoops, flat. Okay, now I'm gonna grate a little bit of cheese and put. Okay, grab my roommate's trusty cheese grater. It's way fucking better than mine. Mine's atrociously bad. I guess atrocious would suffice, wouldn't it? But we'll just grate a little bit of Parmesan in there. I'm not usually a big fan of Parmesan, but you gotta admit it goes fucking well in mashed potatoes. Okay, oh, that means my asparagus is done. It's pinging at me. There we go. Cream cheese, butter, and Parmesan cheese should make for some pretty goddamn delicious mashed potatoes. Now the asparagus is done. I can show you what that looks like in a second here. Here's the asparagus. Set that aside for now. Here's our mash. Oh, mash, as the British would say, as Gordon Ramsay would say. Doug, before I moved out, I was proud of myself if I cooked instant noodles. That was like a big thing for me. Like I just did not fucking cook. And now here I am making goddamn mashed potatoes, fucking filet mignon, if you can call it that. I don't know what the cut is specifically. Asparagus, baking it, fucking goddamn delicious ass mashed potatoes. Look at that shit. Okay, we're gonna put that up there, and now we're gonna do this. Time for the start of the show. Das Stick. We want this thing to really go when I flick water on it. And that's when we'll know we are hella ready for the oil and the steak. And then I've seen people like grab it with their hands while they're doing it. I might do that. I might actually get a fork and spoon. Kind of flip it like that. Might be a little bit better. We'll see. But yeah, it should be getting pretty damn near now. Oh yeah, we are ready. Okay, let's do it. Let us do it. Okay, that's our oil in. Just get my cloth and spread this around a little bit. We'll do that and let's do it. So it begins. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Ooh, okay, yeah, we're starting to get a crust. That's looking good. It's looking real good. Make sure we're still recording. Yes, we are. Okay, I do not want this one to fuck up the recording. Grapeseed oil, huh? I guess it's... Who would have thunk? Professional chefs, apparently. We're definitely starting to get that crust on the bottom. So, yeah. I think I'm ready to flip it over now onto that side here. Maybe I should have left it a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but you know, you live and you learn. It's my first go. So far, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. And get my fork and just push it over back to the center. I know people say you want to move it around the pan. I just don't have a very big fucking pan here, so I'm working with what I got. I also don't want to do too much at this stage, so I think I'll probably call that good. Flip it over onto its face. Let that cook in, and then I'm going to baste it. I'm also just going to chuck this in here for fun. This isn't seasoned, a tiny little piece, so I'll probably just eat that right now. Really doesn't need that much. This is, okay, we're almost there on this one, not quite. Probably eat this a little bit in a second here. Pull down a little, don't want to get distracted. Okay, I'm going to take that off the heat now. Ooh, no, hang on. A little bit more on that heat, just a touch more. I want a crust on that side as well. Like this little tiny piece here. Whew. Oh my god, that's fucking delicious. Holy fuck. This isn't even seasoned. Oh my god.
Okay, that's probably good there. Yeah. Do a little more. Just a little. Okay, that's probably good. I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That Maillard or whatever the fuck reaction. Now that the steak is resting there, I'm gonna come in with a generous amount of butter. Get that over here, and then I'm going to come in with a couple of shallots and a clove of garlic, and let all of that kind of cook together for a sec. Let the flavor soak into the butter. I'm actually going to hit it with even more butter. If I use a whole half block of butter, then so be it. The mashed potatoes are fucking delicious as well. I just tried them. Oh! Fuck, it's good. Now, I'm going to add my steak back in. No, hang on. First, I'm going to add... steak. Steak first. Okay, steak, and then a couple herbs. I have thyme and whatever the other one is. I'm blanking on the name. But you can see what I'm putting in here. So you tell me what it's called. That's like that. And then I guess I want to... Oh, wow. Okay. This is a small pan, but I want to baste this. So basically pour all of that buttery goodness back onto the steak and cook it like so. Try and angle this way so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, now I'm going to turn that over the steak. Let's do that there. Ooh, don't want to grab that without that. That could hurt a lot. And then more butter, keep basting. Oh yes, dude. Oh yes. Oh, so good. So good. Flip that on its back, flip you on your back. I'm going to eat those as well, I think. May as well. And then I think that's probably good. I don't know why I'm saying that. I have no internal temperature thermometer, but I'm feeling the vibes of the steak are done. So I'm going to take that off. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into the steak and see. Because if it's not done, then now is really my only chance to stick it on for more. So let's do this right now. Yeah, okay, good. I'm happy I did that because it's not quite done yet. So, as you can see here, definitely very rare still in the center. So I'm just gonna chuck that straight back in there and continue what I'm doing. Going with this, put that shit up top, and then just baste and baste in the butter and let it keep cooking through. Okay, that's looking much better there. Still, I don't think it's done yet, but we'll see. Keep going with this butter. Put this last shallot and garlic back in there as well. Like I said, I still don't want to overdo it, but cutting it open and seeing it raw on the inside was like, oh fuck, okay, yeah, we're not ready yet. I think we are almost ready. Let's see what this looks like here on this side. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh wait, hang on, that's quite soft. Okay, I'll go a little bit longer. Gordon Ramsay said, I think this is rare, this is medium rare, and this is well. So right now it's more like this. So I would like it to be kind of medium rare. So I'm going to do a little bit more, assuming that's accurate. I have no idea, but I kind of have to trust Gordon Ramsay on this. Okay, looking good here. I think I am ready to, let me see here. Yep, okay, awesome, ready to take it out. So that is 1 and 2 halves of the steak, and then we'll take out all of these, save some of that butter. That is fucking delicious. Oh yes, let me see. Oh, it's still recording, that's great. It keeps overheating. Okay. Whew, look at this. Fucking gorgeous shit. Absolute beauty. Okay. Great. This is just leftover. I don't know what the fuck to do with this. I'm gonna just leave it here because I'm too lazy. That's the fucking good shit. I'm gonna leave this. I'll clean it all up at the very end. Let's go plate this motherfucker. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some asparagus here. I'm gonna lay it out. Oops. Oh, it's a little droopy, so that might be overdone, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, so asparagus on the plate, like so. Just gonna put that in the middle. And then I'm gonna put 1/2 of the steak and 2/2 of the steak over like so. We'll come in with our shallots on one side. I don't think I've ever eaten shallots before, even though these are from my dad's garden, so I probably have. He's probably grown them and made them in something that I've eaten, but I don't know. Whoops. I'm not gonna put the piece of garlic in there, that might be a little offensive. Okay, like so, and then, fuck me, we're gonna come in with our mashed potatoes. Let's see, let's go one piece there, and because I made a fuck ton of mashed potato, this is just a nice plating. I'm going to be eating this whole thing, because it's obviously I made a lot more food than just what I'm putting on the plate. But I think for a first time plating, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, I'm good with that. I can fucking live with that. Hell yeah. I just made some good ass food for the first time. First time cooking steak. That looks pretty fucking good. I might cut into it. It's fucking raw on the inside, but I mean, it is. No, I think that's good. I can tell you, look at my finger there. It tastes fucking delicious. Maybe it's a little unorthodox, the setup, but whatever, dude. I am so good with this. The mashed potatoes are delicious. Let me try an asparagus. Yeah, okay. The asparagus is kind of mid. Definitely overdid it. It's a little bit soggy. Flavor is all there. Flavor is delicious, but it just doesn't really have a spine. So, too bad I overdid that. But the rest of this looks great. Try a piece of shallot. Oh my god, that's fucking delicious. Holy fuck. Okay. And now, I mean, I guess I've been teasing it long enough. Let's cut into this bad boy. And let's see if I overdid it. Or, oh dude, that looks so good. Holy fuck, that looks good. Look at that. Oh! Oh my god, look at that. I don't know if you can see it in the lighting, but it's pink, it's juicy, it's so good. It looks so good, look at this. And you got the crust on there too. I can like scrape my fingernail along the crust. Oh my god, I gotta take a bite of this. Oh. Oh fuck, I think I just had an orgasm. Oh my god. Chub, you gotta try this. Hang on. Oh my god. Fuck me. I don't know if the camera will overheat, but hang on, I'm not giving you too much because it's my dinner, but you gotta try this shit. Here's this. Try it with like that. Maybe eat them separately. But yeah. Dude. It's fucking fire. Try some. I'm sorry, I'm just making you eat with your hands here, but just like fucking. Yeah. Help yourself. Yeah. These are a little soggy. The flavor's there, but they're a little soggy. But holy fuck, dude. Fuck yes. Oh, we're still recording. Okay. Marcus, I hope this stands up to your expectations.
Yeah, Marcus, this is really good.
I hope I can make some beef Wellington when you're here. That'll be lit. Thanks for watching. Good luck in life, same as always, and catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.